Welcome back, beautiful souls. It's a soldier of light reporting for duty. And I just want to say thank you all for tuning in tonight during the live video. And also just want to say thank you to all the beautiful souls that will be listening afterwards, or if you don't have a chance to catch the live tonight. So I also want to say thank you to all the warriors in the chat, watching over the chat, and getting rid of any negativity, anything along that line, Discord, and also, the bots and things that come along. So thank you guys for the protection. Just want to say thank you guys also for the comments that I receive pretty much almost daily. I get a comment usually from someone. It's pretty awesome. So thank you guys for the ones who left the comments. Other than that, I'm going to kind of get started with the readings for tonight, and we'll just kind of see what we got here. Looks like we're already getting rocking and rolling. All right. Let's see what we get. King of Cups. Did I originate from the Pa-Tal race when the Creator gave me life for the first time? Or was I an archangel first? That's a good question. Let's do option 1 and 2. Option 1. The Creator gave him life first. Or option 2, was he an archangel? If he was an archangel. Wow. Well, I feel you've been both, because I asked option 1 was, did you originate from the Pa-Tal race when the Creator gave you life for the first time? I got the 10 of Pentacles for the first card. That's fulfillment. That's your legacy. So there's some legacy there. Then I have the Page of Swords. So you were young. You were a young energy at that time. It also tells me like you had a thirst for knowledge. You were trying to learn things. Because I have the King of Cups. So I feel like it was to be a leader. It was preparing you to be a leader. Also, the King of Cups could be the Creator, could be God. I feel like that's maybe because I have the Hermit card after that. So there's some divine knowledge there. There's something about being independent, your consciousness raising, things like that. And I had the Two of Pentacles, so it tells me there were some things that you guys were doing. You were balancing some things. You're managing your time with whatever this was going on. I don't know if it was training, adapting to things. I feel like that's kind of what you were learning. But in the second option, I asked about being an archangel first. I don't feel you were. I feel that you were an archangel first because I have the high priestess first, so the divine knowledge. Then I had the Knight of Wands, so it tells me you were a fighter. You had great energy, fiery type of energy is what I'm getting, because I have the Sun card, so it tells me the Sun card tells me like there was some happiness, celebration, joy in this situation. Because I have the Wheel of Fortune, so it tells me this was a karmic thing for you to complete, and you've evolved. So there were some ups and downs for you. And I have the Knight of Pentacles. There's been a lot of hard work. This has been a routine of yours that you've been kind of progressing along. It's been a lot of, I mentioned slow moving, but it's also very, 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 it's going to be fulfilled. There's a lot of truth and responsibility in this improvement for you, and this movement for you. So it looks like you have been in both. I would feel strongly. I feel like you were an archangel before this. And also, I have the Six of Wands holding up my reading. So it tells me you're making great progress. You've been victorious in each one of these iterations that you've been into, and their spirits recognizing you for that. So hope that resonated with you, Dennis, and thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna kill the readings tonight. I already know it. I feel it. Like that was like I locked in right away on that one. So that's good. Nice. I already know it. I feel it. All right. Rural country. Will I ever have psychic or intuitive abilities? I think you already know the answer to that question, but I'll ask to see what Spirit says. Rural country ever have psychic or intuitive abilities? First card I have in the past is the Seven of Wands. So it tells me there's something, there's challenges, maintaining control, they're telling me. I feel like that's something defensive energy of yours. I feel like not allowing things to flow, very defensive. But I have the Four of Wands moving forward. So it tells me there's going to be some type of harmony for you, some type of alignment, celebration as you move forward. I have the Hangman. So things, you're learning things, you're awakening, they're telling me. Also tells me there's some change coming. You also need to release some things. They're telling me in order for this, the Seven of Wands, this maintaining control, you have to let it go for to spirit. You have to trust spirit. They're saying, but you have to release this, and there's going to be a new insight. But it's going to be a little delayed because you're awakening with that Hangman. But the Two of Wands comes out, so you're making progress. You're making great progress. So keep planning these things. The decisions you make, they're telling me, is going to come to fruition for you. It's part of your growth. So you're making plans. I have the Nine of Wands. So gearing up for something. There's pessimism. That's what they're telling me. That's like the worrisome, the pessimism of not being or having, you don't feel you have these abilities. That's what they're telling me. So also tells me that there's some energetic boundaries and things that you have to let go of. You have things really held tight, they're telling me. And I have the Knight of Swords. So be ambitious. So it tells me you're taking action. Also tells me you're going to be successful. You're driven to succeed. The Three of Pentacles are going to start to work with you, your guides. They're telling me you're building something. They're going to help you build this. So you're learning. So things are going to come. They're telling me you're learning. That's what they're doing. And then you will implement. And then the Three of Wands tells me you are expanding. So things are going to expand for you, okay? Also tells me like you're making progress once again. Keep preparing. Keep doing the things that you're moving towards spiritually. They're telling me is becoming into alignment for you. I have the Six of Swords holding up my reading. So it tells me there's a transition. You're making a transition, moving out of troubled waters. It tells me, though, that there's some emotional baggage and things that you have to let go of. Some fears, some doubts. And I feel like once you do that and just give it over to spirit fully, I feel like things are going to start to flow to you. So hope that resonated with you, rural country, and thank you for your super chat. All right. Hi, Jason. I would like to know if you and I knew each other in a previous life. Let's find out. Let's find out. One card flipped over, and it's the Ace of Cups. That's a strong yes. So let me see what else we get. Another one jumped out. One card jumped out of the deck. Six of Wands. Victory, success. So yes, we have known each other. So the two cards that have dropped out are literally as strong yeses, victories. The Death card. So yes, we have known each other, but that came to an end. Tells me when we died, this is a transformation. The Ten of Pentacles. So we're probably family. I feel like we may be related family, in some type of lineage. Because I have the Ten of Pentacles. That's legacy, relation, fulfillment. So I feel like there's something to that. But we have had loss with the Five of Pentacles. There's been ill health. There's been a lot of loss, and things like that is what I feel. Page of Swords. So yeah, I feel we might have been children, related as children, siblings. Yep. And the King of Cups. So what it could mean to me is that I feel we were siblings. That's what I'm getting. The King of Cups also could tell me that there's energies we share. And I feel like that's something that we're connected with. So yeah, it looks like we have had some a life together for sure in the past, energetically, because two cards really jumped out of my deck. Those are the ones I usually listen to the most, and that was an ace, which is a strong ace, and there was love there. So it tells me that's something when we were young. And I feel like it was a good it would till we changed when we died, obviously, and we moved on to something new life. So we did have a life together. So awesome. Hope that resonated. Thank you for the super chat. All right. Henrietta Lacks blood type was so rare, doctors stole her genetic makeup to create a cure called Hella to cure many diseases. What's in her genes? Oh, that's a good question. Henrietta Lacks blood type. What was in Henrietta Lacks blood that was so rare? What's in her genes? Can you tell me? All right. Yeah. So the hangman comes up first. So that tells me that there's something there, like something her DNA or her genes are able to release something. And I also have the Two of Wands, which helps progress diseases or something along that line, because I have it, and this was discovered with the Two of Wands. And I have the Hierophant, so an institution or something discovered this situation, and then they had some decisions to make with this situation. And the Tower card. So that tells me that this information was very disruptive. And the Ace of Wands. So it tells me it was something new was created. I feel like a project came after this. Once again, is what they're telling me. Growth, a lot of potential for this. And the Seven of Wands. So, but there's a lot of challenges and there was a lot of competition that went through this from the dark, because I have the Devil card. So the dark didn't want this out, because the Nine of Pentacles came out. I feel like this was going to be rewards, like it was going to help. It was going to be very rewarding for people. So there's something in it, and I feel like it was going to bring abundance and sovereignty to the health for a lot of these. The Ten of Cups, yeah, it was divine. So there's something divine in her that the dark was after, and I feel like it was going to bring fulfillment and happiness with the Ten of Cups. It was done something that was going to bring just balance. I keep getting fulfillment, and it was total. Yeah, there was a lot of competition with it. Five of Wands, there was a lot of disagreements, a lot of strife. Nine of Wands also tells me there was a test of faith. There was a lot of there was took a lot of courage for this person. But the Justice card tells me that there's something coming with the Justice card. So it tells me there's going to be balance brought back. It also tells me that's what her body brings, maybe some balance when things are out of whack is kind of what I'm getting. There is going to be clarity to this moving forward when it comes to the dark, because I have the Knight of Cups. So it tells me a happy surprise, a message is coming to us. And it tells me that some type of message or communication is going to come regarding this, and the justice that's going to come from to the dark. So I hope that resonated with you, DHP Junior. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Jason. Can you give my husband a general reading? His name is Lance. Interesting. I've met one person ever named Lance in real life till this last year. And within this last year, I've met 3 people named Lance. Go figure. It's weird how the universe works. That's yeah. This is second here, Joni Lee. All right. All right. So the first card I have is the Star card. So a good omen is coming, good fortune is coming. It also tells me like maybe some spirituality, maybe he's growing spiritually. And I also feel maybe he wants to find it, or he's finding purpose is what I'm getting. And I also feel like they want with the star card, they want him to remain hopeful and to remain calm. I have the Four of Cups, so he's reevaluating his life, is what I'm getting, or he will be. I feel maybe he's a little disconnected at times for some things. He's contemplating. But I have the Ace of Pentacles, so maybe I don't know if he's contemplating a new business, a new home, something along that line. Maybe financially, he's been contemplating some money situations. That's going to be okay for you. Abundance is coming, they're telling me, prosperity. A new venture is coming. So if he's been kind of contemplating that with that Four of Cups, like meditating, maybe asking Spirit, asking God about this, feeling kind of what's going on, I feel like something is coming to him that will bring him. I have the World card, so he's going to complete something. Tells me fulfillment, travel. He's going to be taking a trip. I feel coming up with this situation. There's going to be celebration and attainment. Okay, so it tells me things are coming to completion for you with the world. I have the Queen of Wands. It also tells me the Spirit wants him to enjoy his life. He needs to find some joy in his life. Also, I feel like he's very determined. They want him to remain determined, like projecting the future that he wants. And I have like confident. They want him to remain confident when he has doubts. That's what the Spirit's telling me. The Wheel of Fortune, beautiful cards. So it tells me like there's a change coming for the better for you. Karmic cycles are completing. There's been some ups and downs, I feel, but those are completing, they're telling me. Oh, this tells me things are moving in a better direction for you guys. And the Knight of Pentacles, he's a hard worker. He's truthful. He's very responsible, they're telling me. It also tells me that his hard work is going to pay off. The Page of Wands, freedom is coming for him. Okay, they want him, he needs to free himself mentally from his fears and his doubts, free himself with the Page of Wands. It also tells me that he's going to be inspired again moving forward. If he hasn't been, he's going to be inspired moving forward. And I feel like excitement is going to come back into his life if he's been lacking that. Because I feel like there's some conflict with the Five of Swords, maybe some disagreements, maybe some things up here going on, some conflicts. But the Ace of Swords comes out. So there's mental clarity coming. There's victory coming. He's going to have some breakthroughs. They're telling me he's going to be sharp-minded again. So if he's having some worries about some things, he's going to be victorious. So it tells me with the Knight of Swords holding up my reading, he's take action, be driven to succeed, defend your beliefs. That's what they're telling me. So like as you always have, and stand strong. Be that knight. Go fight for what you believe, and all will be well. Looks like beautiful cards are coming for you. So let go of the doubts up here that I feel is the Five of Swords in your reading. So hope that resonated with you, Joni, and your husband Lance. Thank you for the super chat. Oops, wait. I don't know where I am. See? All right, next one. All right. No more super chats, even though I put that on my thing now for people saying that I should say it. So anyone coming in, welcome them, but no more super chats. And we can get done within the couple of hour time frame. So are there any benefits to the body or mind if one recalls the energy released from sex? Let's find out. Interesting. That's an interesting question. You always bring like the most interesting questions. I got the death card, so that's a no for me. So when it's done, it's done. That's what they're telling me. It's a release. Then I got the Eight of Swords, so that's a no. So recalling released energy, that's a reason that you release it. It's been trapped, so you release it. That's what they're telling me. And then I have the Nine of Cups, so it's to bring contentment and fulfillment. So you have to release it in order to fill it with better energy. Don't recall the energy you released. And the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, it's something that you develop. It's a desire. So if that's what they're telling me, like it's to release. It's something tangible. It's an exchange of energy. So what that tells me with the Fool card holding up the reading, it's a new journey. Send it on its journey. Okay, so the energy can be reprocessed, but do not recall it because you need to release that energy. There's a reason why this energy is released the way it is, and I feel like there's that it transforms with that death card. It's a transformation, it's a release, it's a new beginning for that, and the ending of something. And it's trapped, it's been trapped with the Eight of Swords. So it's definitely a release. Anxieties, trapment, it kind of just releases. It's good for the body and the mind, as you're telling me, but do not recall the energy to it. It's being distributed and throughout the universe. It's being but don't recall it. That's why you had to let go of it. It's already served its purpose within you. That's what they're telling me. When you do recall your energy, though, it's being replenished from the earth and everywhere else. So I'm just saying, don't have a specific. What they're telling me is don't have a specific thing in mind and say I'm going to recall this energy, because as they're telling me is that the intention isn't where it needs to be. That's what they're getting. That's what I'm getting from it. So just be diligent on your energetic field, as we talked about all the time. What you put out is what you're going to receive, and vice versa. So they're telling me there's a reason why you release this energy, and to let it go and let it transform into something different. What they're telling me, that's the reason why it's released in the form that it is. There's something to that. So hope that resonated with you, DHP. Thank you for the super chat. I have wanted a daughter my entire life, but it never worked. I have been having visions of a little girl. Will I be having a daughter in the future? She was already saying hi to you. She was choosing you. Three of Pentacles. Yes, you're going to have more than one child or daughter. I feel like you maybe have a couple. And the Empress, you're going to be a very good mother, very nurturing, and a female energy. So, and the Six of Cups, family, nostalgia. So yes, tells me something is coming towards you. Very good childhood memories are going to be created. They're telling me. The Three of Three of Cups, celebration, family. But once again, I keep getting you're going to have a couple. And I got the Two of Pentacles, which is two. So I feel you're going to have a couple of them. And it tells me you're going to do very well at adapting. And the High Priestess are going to be they're going to be divine feminine. So there's feminine energy all day. It tells me they're going to also be you're going to be very connected with them spiritually. The Page of Cups. So yes, your dream, happy surprises coming for you. They're going to be very sensitive to energies and things. So they're going to have, and the Page of Pentacles is also holding up my deck. So I feel like you're manifesting this. That's what they're telling me. You're manifesting it, and it will come. So keep the faith. I feel you're going to have a couple of daughters. Hope that resonated with you, Lori, and thank you for the super chat. All right. When asking for something in Jesus' name, is that limiting yourself and the development of your own power? Like no self-growth, limiting self-potential. I never ask in Jesus' name. That's just me, though. He knows I call his energy all the time. Jesus knows he's my guy, but I don't ever say in Jesus' name because I'm calling the energy in. Let me see what Spirit says. Because we're connected directly with God, just like Jesus. That's a true story. So Jesus is our brother. For somebody who may not know, Jesus is our brother, and that's for brothers and sisters. That's exactly right. Mary Magdalene is our sister. So, because we're all children of God. Let me see. When asking for something in Jesus' name, is that limiting yourself and your development of your own power? Six of Wands. Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. It's progressing it. So they're telling me progressing it like it's too fast. It's moving too fast, basically. Or yes, that it means like that you didn't call that energy in specifically from just Jesus. So what you're doing is you're making progress and you will be victorious. But I have the four of cups after this. So it tells me it's more narrow, it's disconnected at times because your energy is disconnecting. That's what I was getting earlier, was that it disconnects you from God when you ask in another's name. You can call in energies, but you're disconnecting at that point because you're calling from that energy to use God's energy, if that makes any sense. Because I have the four of cups. So it tells me disconnected energies while you're meditating. But Ace of Pentacles tells me that also tells me you do limit. You have the divine gift. That's what they're telling me with the Ace of Pentacles in this reading. Tells me prosperity, abundance, divinely guided gifts and manifestation. So it tells me that's what we have. We have that ability. I have the Five of Pentacles. Also tells me loss, fears, doubts, also limits things, lack of. So I feel like that lacks your energy. That's exactly what it kind of like is bringing it in. The Ace of Swords. So yeah, that tells me once again that it does limit yourself. There's something to that. Also tells me maybe a little bit of a conflict, not a bad conflict, but a conflict with your energy is what I'm getting with the Ace. And I have the Eight of Swords holding up my reading, so it tells me it kind of traps it. It kind of holds it back is what I'm getting, as I was mentioning. So that means you disconnect from God when you ask in another's name. So when I ask God directly. That's who I talk to. I call in Jesus' stuff all the time, like for his energy to heal with and to channel with. But I never ask. First thing I always do is talk to God, and everything is directly to God. So I never use a middleman in between there. In Jesus' name, this, all that stuff. That's all That's all taught stuff. That's all. That's organized religion stuff. Is what I'm getting from that. That's what we've been told to do and what to say. And Jesus wasn't anything about that. Jesus was all about freedom and no organized religion. And that's what he's saying. He talked directly to God, just like we do. It's the same thing. He just was a teacher. So I just want you to know that. And I feel like it does limit your energy. So hopefully that resonated with the DHP. And thank you for the super chat. The Reality by Geological. Did a rapture already happen in the past? Is there only one or one more to come? Was there a rapture in the past? Interesting question. Did the rapture happen in the past? The first line. Second line is there only one more to come? In the past, more to come. Yep. Ooh. Okay. There was something that did happen in the past because I have the Knight of Swords. So there was something happened, some type of battle. I have the Page of Wands. So there was some type of freedom that was brought or some type of release, whatever this change was, because I have the Death card. So it was a change, a metamorphosis happened, an ending of something and the beginning of something new. The Strength card, it was from divine love, took a lot of great inner strength, a lot of courage about what happened at that time. And I have the Justice card. It was meant to happen. It brought balance. It was something that was the law, justice. This tells me everything was worked out the way it was supposed to divinely. I also had, then I asked, is there only one more to come? And I feel no. I feel there's more than that because I have the Tower card. So there's something coming that's disrupting, coming in the future. And I have the Ace of Wands. So that means something new is coming. After this disruption, there's going to be something new. And I have the Seven of Wands. So it tells me there's going to be challenges, going to be a lot of things that are going to be released. And I have about the Devil because I have the Devil card. So it tells me there's going to be a lot of things released that are going to be very challenging and very disruptive to people. I also feel like there's going to be a lot of people going to be very defensive about the things that they're going to find out. because I have the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel there's going to be at least 7 more raptures to come, whatever that looks like, because Pentacles are tangible things, and it's long-term success. It tells me that this is perseverance, keep moving. Like I said, seeds well planted, we keep reblooming is what they're telling me. So I feel like the 7 of Pentacles for the finality of my reading is a very strong. I feel like we have many more to go. I have the 8 of Wands though, so it tells me I feel like news is going to come of this rapture and these things. They're going to start to pick up speed soon, is what I'm kind of getting at. So hope that resonated with you, Jay, and thank you for the super chat. All right, rocking and rolling. Do you guys know that if you lick silver, it's like antibacterial, anti-everything. It's amazing stuff. Seriously. Like people back in the day, these rich people who used to eat on silver spoons and silverware, they would eat that. They didn't get sick like the poor people did. Silver is very, very, very good for us. And I know I've seen people like, oh, that's gross. You don't know where it's been. I guarantee you that that silver bar is cleaner than on my hand if I lick that. I do know that. So, all right, let's see. Do the cards have a message for me? Thanks, Jason. Much love. Much love back, Linda. Much love back. Please type me. Any messages from that? Please and thank you. So before I pull cards for you, I just want to share something. My abilities have been strengthening so much lately. Like I've been getting like things that are happening before they happen, like just literally. Like I knew something earlier. I walked out a couple of days ago by my car and something told me battery. 2 days later, my battery's dead. I had to replace my battery on my car. So then there's a couple other things that literally popped, like it just literally would pop in my head on a random things, and I would hear it, and it wouldn't make sense. And then it came after the fact that it just literally would like really soon. So I feel like I'm almost bridging the gap a little bit about what I hear and what I get to when it's coming. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. But let's see what we got for you, Linda. I already shuffled, so I have the 4 of Cups. So I don't know if you've been more meditating or spiritual, but they're telling me also that you're feeling kind of disconnected at times, maybe from a lot of things going on in your life or others around you. But I also feel like you have been reevaluating a lot of things in your life as well, like many people have. And it's funny if you notice a lot of these messages are similar for people because they're going through similar things, but in their own journeys. But I have the Ace of Pentacles, so it tells me you're manifesting things. So whatever you're doing, you're manifesting them. It tells me prosperity is coming. There's a new opportunity coming for you. And I'm not sure what that even looks like, but there's something new coming for you that you've been manifesting. I don't know if you've been manifesting a new job, a new home, maybe a new revenue stream, more money, abundance. I feel like something along that line is moving. So they're telling me that's what. But I have the 10 of Wands, so it tells me you're a hard worker. There's a lot of burden on you. It tells me you have a lot on your plate. You have a lot of extra responsibilities. They also want you to tell me that you need to it's going to come to completion with that 10. So you're completing these things, and that burden and the hard work is going to kind of pay off for you. Because I have the Knight of Cups. Once again, before I even pull the card, you're going to be very content, fulfilled. It tells me you're going to have some abundance of finances and abundance of health. And I feel like the Strength card comes out. So loving yourself, being open to receiving these gifts. It also tells me you have great inner strength. Continue to pull on that strength. Also tells me that they want you to remain courageous on the things that you see and your daily interactions. Stay strong, as I mentioned, and to focus. Keep focusing on whatever you want your reality to look like as you move forward. You have that much power. And I have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, you're gearing up for something. This is a test of faith for you. You have some tests of faith. But it tells me you're almost there. We're almost there. that breakthrough moment is almost coming for you. And the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, you're going to have great financial. You're going to be solid when it comes to finances. I feel like, and the legacy you leave behind is going to be beautiful, and family fulfillment. I have the 7 of Wands holding up my reading, so it tells me there's some challenges for you, but you're good at maintaining control and overcoming those challenges. So continue to stay strong, as they just told me, and all will be well. So I hope that resonated with you, Linda, and thank you for the super chat. Was there a cave of treasures under the Garden of Eden that both Adam and Eve were exiled to after leaving the garden? Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'm going to change my deck just because it feels like the thing to do. All right. Is there a cave of treasures under Eden that Eve exiled to? Is there a cave of treasures under the Garden of Eden? I got the 10 of Earth. You asked me the garden, there's the 10 of Earth. That tells me, yes, there's a lot of gifts down there. There's a lot of abundance down there where this cavern is. I have the 2 of Swords because of decisions they made, they're telling me. And they're kind of stuck there, they're telling me. This is kind of where they're stuck is what I'm getting. I have the 4 of Air. So I feel like it was time. They went there to reevaluate. And I feel like there was something there. It was answers. There was answers that they were seeking. That's what the Cave of Treasures is for. Because I have the Knight of Air, so it was to help them progress. And I feel like they're reviewing things. That's what I'm getting. Is this is a review? They're reviewing things, and I feel like it was a creative solution for God to put them there. And I have the Queen of Earth. So, and I feel like it was to help them deal with the challenges that came after their decisions. I also feel like it was something to do to help them in a practical way. And I feel like that was a nurturing way for God to do this. Because I have the 6 of Pentacles or 6 of Earth. It was a gift. There's life, there's abundance, there's a lot of gifts down there. Because I feel like God did that to help them. I feel like it was for them to pay off their debt. So I keep getting a debt. There's some type of debt that they are paying to God for this situation. Because I have the Ace of Air holding up my reading. So that tells me that this was a strategy that was it's victorious. It was to progress and to bring clarity, mental clarity to the situation that they were having issues with. So I feel like it was a very creative way for God to get they wanted the answers. He gave them the answers. So I feel like that's where they've been kind of stuck there. That 2 of Swords is a stalemate. It's stuck. So they've been kind of trapped there. So hope that resonated with you, Dennis. Thank you for the super chat. I was listening to an audiobook story, and 2 of the characters are named Max and Rutherford. Then I get online and I see a person named Maxine Rutherford pop on my screen. Coincidence? I think you already know the answer to that one, but I'll pull cards. There's no such things as coincidences, and I think you know that. Hope most of you know that by now. If you're following this channel or any channel that's related to spirituality, then you'll find out that there's no such thing as a coincidence. So let's find out. DHP Rutherford. Oh, the person Maxine Rutherford. The screen, is there a coincidence? Coincidence? So I got the renewal card. And this is like reviewing and evaluating things. So it's for you to review and evaluate. So that tells me there's no coincidence. It's a review. So that's why when you connect and it comes up, it's so you connect pieces, they're telling me. It's to move you in a new direction. Because I have the dreamer. So I feel like it's a faith thing for you, is what they're telling me. So this was a faith show me moment, they're telling me. So it tells me like it's your intuition, these things that are growing, you're noticing them, they're telling me. And I have the Unity card. So I have three major arcanas for this to start. So it tells me these are big movers. So the Unity card tells me that's like the Hermit card. You're growing. You're in. This is illumination for you. This is the show me the path that you're moving along. Tells me this is you're starting to connect more with spirit. And then I have the Sun card. So literally my whole line of cards is major arcanas. So the Sun is telling me this is a happy outcome for you. It's a brilliant strategy that they put in place for you. And I also feel like it brings you it just brings you you can connect. They're telling me that's a way for you. It's a show me moment for you, for them to show that hey, we're here. You're noticing these things. There's no coincidences. It's for you to evaluate because you do when you connect. Like what I just got that. So that makes you reevaluate things. And they're telling me that's how you're growing. So it's good. It's Queen of Earth is holding up my reading. So it tells me that's a very practical way that they do that for you. So it's to nurture you. It's to help you grow. It's to help you develop. So hope that resonated with you, DHP Junior. Thank you for the super chat. All right. What is the spiritual meaning behind the cerebellum, if any? Let's find out. Spiritual meaning behind the cerebellum. Okay. So the cerebellum, I feel it's to help with with evaluating things and reevaluating things. I feel like there's something to that. It helps you move in different directions, maybe thought process, something along that line. I feel I have the dreamer, which is like I said, that's a new direction. That's moving along in a different direction. I feel like it helps you maybe do decisions of which way to go energetically. Because I have the Sun card and the Ten of Fire, so there's something to that when it works. It's always at work, as it's telling me. And I also feel like with the Sun card, that it helps you be successful. And I had the of Cups or Eight of Water. So it feels like it's some type of spiritual thing and emotional growth. So I feel like it's combined spiritually and emotional. I have the Two of Earth. So it tells me there's a lot. So when you make decisions, there's something it helps you with decision making, is what I'm getting. And also feel like when it comes to the Two of Earth or the Two of Pentacles, it's maybe when you're weighing something. I keep getting when you're out of balance, when you're weighing something, it helps to adapt. It helps you adapt. And I have the Justice card. So it tells me like it helps you make solid decisions. So I feel like everything helps things move into alignment and it helps you with decision making. And I feel like there's clarity that comes to this in balance. So there is a huge thing with the cerebellum. I feel like it has something to do with your, and also the Unity card, which is like the Hermit card, spiritual enlightenment. I feel like it helps kind of align, helps you go inside internally. I feel like it kind of has a process internally that helps kind of align some things when you're going all over the place and you need a direction to go into. So I feel like it kind of helps you process things and move into the direction that's appropriate. And once again, I have the Queen of Earth that's holding up my reading. It's a practical way that God gave this to us to be able to put these things into practice and to be able to work through these things. I feel like it's a very tangible way that God did this out of love for that. So I hope that resonated with you, DHP, and thank you for the super chat. Will my son be home from Iraq in August? They keep giving him dates and keep changing it. Well, let's find out. All right. Lori Moon's son be home from Iraq. August. So I have the King of Cups. So it tells me like there's something he's doing over there. It's to diplomatic, I guess, is to bring structure. I don't know what he's doing over there, but tells me like there's going to be that's a yes for me with the King of Cups. But I have the Hierophant, so it tells me that he's following the rules. It tells me with the Hierophant, whatever the leaders and the government, the institutions that he's involved around with the military, they're the ones that are making the decisions, obviously. But I have the Four of Wands. So there's going to be a homecoming and a celebration. That's the center of the reading. But I have the Five of Cups, so it tells me pessimism. Tells me like pessimism for you. When I asked if he was coming home to you, that's the Five of Cups. That's a pessimism thing for me. I have the Queen of Cups next to that. So there's going to be some healing, some nurturing, some love. So it tells me that the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups is you. So it tells me there's some fears, there's some pessimism about that, but all's going to be well. The Fool tells me he's going to take his journey. He's coming. He's going to travel. And it tells me, and the Justice card. So yes, I feel very strongly he's coming back to you. He's going to, all will be well. Stay calm. And I have the Three of Pentacles. So he's working with a team, building something. Whatever he's doing now, his mission is going to be completed. He's working and doing something right now. But he will. It looks like in Justice card for sure. That everything's going to be well. He'll come back. It's going to work out for you. So release that pessimism is what they're telling me. Even though things have changed in the past because they were held back, there's going to be a homecoming with joy. So hope that resonated with you, Lori, and thank you for the super chat. LP 777. Let's find out. Does my dad have any messages for me? He's telling me there's some conflict going on. Maybe in the past, something along that line with the Five of Swords. But I also he tells me like the message he's saying is he wants you to remain fearless. This is a new adventure for him, a new adventure for you. He also tells me that he wants you to remain passionate. Be passionate. Find something you're passionate about and stay with it. He's telling me because I have the Eight of Pentacles, so he tells me that you're mastering things. This is you're working. He's noticing that you're. I don't know if you're learning new skills or something you're maybe learning about yourself and others. I feel like there's something to that. But it also tells me that he wants you to have passion again. Find that set once again. That second time I keep getting passion. He wants you to find something you're passionate about and work at it. Find something you enjoy and continue to work at it. Master it, he says. Enjoy it. I have the Ace of Cups, so it tells me he loves you. So it also tells me he wants you to find that creative side to you. Find something that makes you feel joy and happy and brings out your creative side, he tells me. He also tells me like spirituality. Your spirituality is going to start to flow. So your intuition is going to grow, he's telling me. I have the Two of Swords. So he tells me there's some decisions that you're trying to weigh. There's some difficult decisions possible. There's something that it's been weighing on you, I feel. I have the Queen of Swords, so it tells me that your things are going to come out for you. That means things are going to clear up for you. It tells me there's going to be clarity. Also tells me that he wants you to look at things a little differently from a different perspective than you have been. And he tells me you're growing, you're doing that, you're starting to move forward towards that. Because I have the Knight of Cups. So he tells me with the Knight of Cups, follow your heart. He wants you to follow your heart. He's going to protect you from the other side, he tells me. He's going to be your knight in shining armor. He's going to help you. But there's going to be messages that's going to come to you, okay? And the World card. So there's going to be wholeness. He's telling me you're going to take a trip also in the future. It also tells me that you're accomplishing a lot of things. You're gonna come to completion for these things. Wholeness and fulfillment is coming for you. And the Queen of Pentacles. So I don't know if you're a parent. It also tells me that you're very good. Everything's going to be well for you financially. You're going to be able to provide well for your family, is what he's telling me. It also tells me very practical and very nurturing when it comes to that. So he wants you to nurture yourself and be practical about the things as you have been. Kind of start to do those things, master them. Be practical in how you approach things, he's saying. And things will be well. Because I have the Nine of Swords. So a lot of racing thoughts, anxieties, maybe some sleepless nights, some worries, as he's telling me. He sees that, or some nightmares. And I have the Eight of Swords, so it tells me that there's some things that you're trapped up here. You need to let go of these negative thoughts. That's self-imprisonment, that's doubt. But you are going to make it with the Six of Wands. So there's going to be progress made. There's going to be, it's telling me there's victory coming for you. Okay. You're making progress. You're moving along in the journey as you should be. Okay. And the Sun card tells me joy, happiness, success, fulfillment is all coming for you. And he wants you to know that. Okay. So it says release these conflicts, because he says you're your worst critic and your worst enemy. He's telling me you need to get out of your way. So hope that resonated with you, Al, and thank you for the super chat. Can I get an update on my Uncle Moses? No, not biblical, no, not Bible related. I hear he's struggling and we are not close one bit, but I'd like to know. I don't know if your Uncle Moses is making plans or something along that line, or there's something maybe he discovered about something. I feel like there's going to be some leaving his home for some reason, or some type of travel involved for him. I have the King of Swords, so I feel like there's something that's coming out. I don't know if there's something that's been bothering him. Truth is coming for him. He's going to have clarity. It tells me. Also tells me like he's a thinker. He thinks a lot. He thinks way too much. I have the Nine of Wands, so it tells me like he's had some tests of faith. He's had some things really happen to him that he's gearing up for something. He's been gearing up, but he's almost to the end of it. I have the Page of Swords. There's a lot of different mental things going on, I feel, for him. I don't know if it's racing thoughts, maybe a lot of different things in his mind. I feel like restless energy for him almost. I have the Three of Wands. Once again, I feel there's a trip or moving or traveling away from where he lives. But he is making progress. It tells me the Three of Wands. This is part of his growth, is what they're telling me. I have the Five of Swords, so it tells me that there are some conflicts mentally, that he's battling some things, is kind of what I'm getting. And I have the Nine of Wands, so there's going to be, he's taking action. He is making progress. That's what they're telling me. He is taking his action. So maybe he's a little impulsive at times, is what they're telling me. Maybe a little careless at times. That's kind of what I'm getting. I have the Eight of Pentacles, so he is working on it. He is mastering these things. So he's getting better at these things that he was not good at before. I have the Devil card holding up my reading, so it tells me there's some toxic energy there. There's some darkness that he needs to get rid of. That's what they're telling me. There's something that he's got some attachments that he needs to get rid of. So hopefully that resonated with DHP Jr. And thank you for the super chat. Well, there's estate readings. The readings show that abundance is coming. How much will it be? Will it just be compensation, or will I get the property too? So, Damien, I have no problems answering that for you, but um, can I tell you how spirit works for me? They're not going to tell me a specific number, what it's going to be. I'm going to tell you that already. But because I don't ask for money things and situations for people, because I feel like that's very low energy when it comes to what spirit wants. I know a lot of these questions are lower, but when it comes to finances, asking me specific information, how much it's going to be, they're not going to tell me that. So, but I'm going to try my best to get what you can. Okay. So, all right. And I'm going to tell you, I just got from spirit for you is if you go to other psychics and they start to tell you things about money, they're not channeling from the divine, they're channeling from something darker. So, just so you know, but I will do my best. And thank you for the super chat. Amy, get how much for the inheritance fee when you get the property. Well, I get the 3 of Cups, so there's going to be happiness for you, celebration. Okay. I have the 2 of Pentacles, so it tells me there's some decisions being made right now. 6 of Wands, there's going to be victory for you. It's making progress. It's going to be announced what's going on. 10 of Wands, so there's something coming to a completion. There's got a lot of hard work going into this being developed, is what they're telling me. The 8 of Pentacles, so this is something that they're working on. Once again, this has been getting worked on for some time with the 8 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Wands. So I feel there's some decisions that are going to be made soon. I feel the 7 of Pentacles. So tells me success. The investment that your father made is going to pay off for you handsomely in the future and moving forward. The investment, the results are going to be the seeds will planted. So I feel if we're talking in the millions, we're $7-8 million. I don't know if we're talking thousands. It could be the thousands. I don't really get the money, but I'm telling you, it's that's what I'm getting is pentacles or tangibles. So there's something coming. Ace of Wands. So it tells me you are going to get the property too. So there's a lot of decisions they're balancing right now, is what they're telling me. And the 10 of Pentacles, wealth, fulfillment, his legacy. So you're going to be very well compensated. So what they're telling me is to release and your wish come true, the 9 of Cups. So it tells me that you may have an idea of what your father might have been worth. And they're telling me that that's your wish is going to come true. So if you've been manifesting this, which I feel you have, continue to do that. And don't focus so much on the how much am I going to get, because what they're telling me is you're going to get plenty. You're going to be very abundant from this situation, and to release the not having enough, because you pull in dark energy that way. And that's the most important thing that I can tell you is spirit is very literal when it comes to these things. The more you focus on the I don't have enough money, I need more money, I need more money, this is enough money, just not just for you, just in general for everybody, that brings in a lot of negative energy because there's a lot of darker energies surrounding the money situation. So just kind of be careful on what you focus your energy on and what they're telling you. But looks like things are going to work out very well for you, Damien. So keep the faith, continue to connect to God, and all will be well. And thank you for the super chat. Sunflower. Does Mr. T own the land patents to Australia? I was going to go tomorrow to my county recorder and start working on my land patent. My land was owned by Native Americans, I found out. And it's not even my own tribe. That's the funny thing. It was another tribe. So I'm anxious to see what the deeds look like to this property. If you can, get your land patented. It'll help you for all of you. I got an eight of pentacles. Yes, I got a yes. Something he's worked on. It was something that was worked on for some time, and he mastered it. He mastered these things, and I see how bright my light got. The two of wands. So it tells me it's something he's making progress. He made these plans. It was planned. This was all planned. They're telling me. And the seven of pentacles, sustainable results, long-term investment. So it tells me yes. Tells me land. They also tell me the seeds have been well planted. The land is in place. And pentacles are tangibles for me. And I have nine of wands. So yes, it was something for boundaries, which are meets and bounds. Literally, when we're talking about land patent. The page of swords. So it was a new way for him. It was very creative with the page of swords, how he did this. So it was a very creative way of doing this. And I have, because the Australia was prisoners, eight of swords, prisoners. It was held back. It was imprisoned. And the judgment card, it had to happen. It was in divine, it was a calling of his. There's going to be a reckoning coming for Australia, is what they're telling me. Redemption is coming for Australia. And the Hermit card, there's off-worlders involved in this too. Tells me very spiritual. I feel Australia has a very spiritual meaning and connection as well, is what I'm getting. So he was very strong. He was almost alone in this process, is what I'm getting. To the public, it looked like he was alone, but there was people behind him that people may not see. So he looked like he was, what's the word I'm looking for? Like he was more, he had more people around him than they've ever shown, because he looked like he was almost by himself. If you look at what they put out in the news and all these things, he was almost like, oh, people are separating themselves from him. I have the Six of Cups, so he's already done this in the past. So, and it comes for the past, nostalgia. So things from the past, he's pulled them forward. And the Hierophant, so to take it over from the institutions who the banking institutions or whatever institution owned Australia, he took it from them. That's what it's telling me. Very much so. So hope that resonated with you, Sunflower. Thank you for the super chat. This is my brother-in-law, who is a climbing Mason of several different Masonic sects involved in illegal activity. Interesting. So Pete's brother-in-law, who's a climbing Mason, any illegal activities. I got the Magician card, so there might be some magic involved in this. The Knight of Pentacles, so yeah, there's some work. Whatever he's doing, he's working on this. He's been working on this for some time, and it's a routine of his. And the Fool card, so he's doing this blindly. I feel like the things that he's doing, maybe he's a little innocent or optimistic about what I feel like. Maybe it's something that's there. I feel like it's a new adventure for him. He's growing. He keeps progressing with the Fool card and the Temperance card. So I would say at this point, with the Temperance card involved, he's not doing anything dark at this point. I feel with the Magician card, though, this is something that it's an energy thing, willpower. I feel like it's a skill thing. I feel like as he gets more skills and moves up the ladder, I feel like it's something he's been working on for some time. I have the Fool card, which again, that's like blind faith. So I feel like innocence almost with the situation. Maybe he doesn't know. And I have the Temperance card. So if I didn't find the Temperance card, that would tell me maybe something differently. But I feel with everything that's laid out, I don't see any dark cards here. So it tells me with the Temperance card that he's trying to find purpose. He's trying to find meanings in things. I feel like this group helps with that. And I have the Three of Pentacles, so it tells me a group, collaboration, teamwork. I don't see anything when it comes to dark energy. The King of Wands. So I feel like it's a big picture thing. He's very focused. He has a vision, they're telling me, with the King of Wands. Four of Wands, celebration. So the group, homecoming. So I feel like there's celebration with them. But I have the Seven of Cups, so he's trying to find a purpose. That's what I keep getting. Illusions. Maybe there's some choices and some illusions to some things that he doesn't know yet. I have the Six of Pentacles, so there's something there like money, energy exchange. Something is exchange is what I'm getting here. And the Queen of Wands. So I don't know if there's is your sister into this stuff too? Because I feel she might have something to do with this as well. But I have the Queen of Wands, so tells me like they're focused on this. He had the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, so I feel like there's some type of connection there with both of them. So Ace of Swords holding up my reading tells me like I see that I feel like it's to help them with whatever they're doing, but I don't see dark energy around it. I just see that maybe there's some innocence and maybe they just don't know what this goes off into as they get to the high levels. Is what I'm kind of getting. So hope that resonate with you, Alan. Thank you for the super chat. Will my 91-year-old dad be able to live as he is now in his own home for the rest of his life? We have aides to help him every day. I live 800 miles away. His father be able to live in his home for the rest of his life. Okay, I got the Queen of Wands first. So yeah, I feel like that's his focus. That's your focus. I have the Magician card, so it tells me like remain confident. Okay, it tells me like you were becoming very creative. Also with the Magician card, and how he's being cared for. And I have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a lot of extra hard work and responsibility that needs to happen in order for him to be able to do this. But it tells me though that this is everything is being conserved, so the way it's been. And I have the Fool card, so it tells me like this is remain optimistic about what's going on. They're telling me, and this is part of his journey, is what they're telling me. Because I have the Temperance card, so it tells me remain hopeful, remain calm. Balance is coming, so it tells me like this is divinely guided that he will be able to do that. And the Two of Wands, so there's part of the plan, progress. This tells me I have the Seven of Pentacles, so it tells me a lot of hard work, sustainable results, long-term success. So it tells me I feel like there's going to be something there. I feel like he will be able to, if he's got the help, that he will be able to remain in his home for the rest of his days. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Live being Lisa, and I hope that resonated with you. And thank you for the super chat. How does energy blockage affect one's surroundings, like say traffic, people, tech situations, simple everyday stuff? How does energy blockage affect one's surroundings, like traffic, people, or technology situations, simple everyday stuff? How does energy blockage affect that stuff? Well, the Two of Pentacles comes out, so it brings you a little out of balance. So it also tells me that there's some adapting that has to happen with energy. I have the Six of Wands, so it tells me that things. I feel how you progress, the energy progresses. It also tells me like this is so you're able to overcome these things with the Six of Wands. I have the Ten of Wands. It also tells me there's hard work that goes in. So energy, there's a lot, the energy, it's harder for the energy to flow. it's a lot more burdensome on your energetic field, is what they're telling me. But it also tells me that you're able to complete these things. It's just harder. I have the Eight of Swords, so it holds it back. So it tells me there's some holding back. Also tells me like imprisonment, restriction. It restricts the energy. I have the Seven of Wands, so it tells me like maintaining control of the energy. It's off, so I feel like there's something there that you have to work through. And protection. I feel like your protection of your energetic field is also a little altered with that. I have the Fool card, so it tells me um, a lot of possibilities with this. With that's what I'm getting. A lot of possibilities with the Fool card. So it tells me like this could go many different ways how it's affected. But the Star card tells me that things work out. There's rejuvenation after this. So after these things are completed, rejuvenation occurs. So that's kind of what I'm getting. And the Knight of Swords tells me, holding up my reading, just the actions you take and the actions that happen with the energy has a lot to do with the completion. And it can branch off in different areas and ways, is what they're telling me, based on each thing. But it also tells me it kind of holds the energy back, it restricts it. But it just affects it that way. So hope that resonated with DHP, and thank you for the super chat. That was weird. River Gal Dad, let me guess. There's a question down there. Thank you for the super chat. Can you ask the cards if my house is sitting on a cave or is it close to a sinkhole? Well, let's hope it's not. That's two questions. I'm going to ask option one and then option two. House cave. Option two, or mine two. It's close to a sinkhole. I feel your house is sitting on a cave or something is underneath it, because I have the Hierophant. So it tells me like there's something there, like some type of society developed this. I have the Eight of Cups, so it tells me to travel. So there's something underneath that helps the people travel. And I have the Sun card. I feel it's for children. That's what I feel with the Sun card with these caves. Because I have the King of Pentacles. It's something to do with money, investment. So they move money and they move things that are very that brings money for them. Because I have the Temperance card, so it tells me like that tells me absolutely that's what's going on, and I feel like this is why you're kind of asking this question. It's to see for completion purposes, because I have the Two of Wands. Traveling occurs underneath your house, or it did at one point. And I had it was near a sinkhole, and I got no. I got no. I got the Five of Cups, so there's loss. So if the sinkhole was lost, and I have the Queen of Cups, so it tells me some type of healing occurs. So if there was anything, I feel like things have kind of been filled in or taken care of. And I have the World card, so the Earth took care of itself, is what I'm getting. And I have the Devil card after that, so that's a no card for me as well. And then the Ten of Swords, that's a no card. So I feel like it's not near a sinkhole, but I feel that there's caves under your house or near your house. So because I feel like they travel in those caves. So I hope that resonated with you, River Gal Deb, and thank you for the super chat. Will my son need to come home, or will he stay at the boarding house this year? Let's find out. Son, come home. Come home. Okay. I feel your son will be coming home because I have the Nine of Pentacles. That's parenting. That tells me motherly energy in the from you. Because I have the Page of Pentacles next. That's also a tangible thing. That's energy. That's coming. That's a desire I feel. I don't know if for either yourself or him. I feel there's a desire there. And I have the Three of Pentacles as well. Collaboration. I feel like it's to build something, collaborate, maybe to energetic exchange for you guys. I have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like maybe he needs, I don't know if it's financially supporting him. And I also feel maybe he needs some nurturing. That's what I feel possibly will be going on. Because I feel the Nine of Swords is maybe there's some sleepless nights and some anxieties. I feel for you as well as your son. Maybe some nightmares, some things, some fears, some doubts. But I have the Empress card. So there's going to be some parenting involved, nurturing. It tells me that evolution is coming. So it tells me this is going to evolve towards you. And I feel like there's action going to be taken. And then the Ace of Cups. So he's going to come towards you. It tells me things are going to flow. And so I feel like there's going to be some love exchange. I feel like he's going to tell you this. I feel like he's going to tell you, I'm going to come home. I feel like that's coming to you. He's weighing those decisions, the Two of Swords and the Chariot. So he is going to come to you. Victory, movement, change in direction. And so he is going to do this. He's going to depart. And I feel like the Tower card. So maybe some things are going to be brought out. Maybe some disruption of what he's doing. Some new things that he's going to learn. Possibly some type of awakening. Something that's going to change his perception. I feel is going to be the reason why he's going to tell you this, and I feel he's going to come towards you. So hope that resonated with you, SF, and thank you for the super chat. For those staying behind in the 3D world, how will the relationship between male and female be? Considering the darkies have the darkies have reversed or destroyed both energies. Okay. Okay. So for those staying behind in the 3D world, what will that relationship between male and female be? Considering the dark, the reverse and sharp. Those staying behind in 3D, how will the relationship between male and female be? I got the Page of Pentacles. So there's going to be a desire there between male and female. And I have the Two of Cups. So partnership, marriage. There's going to be a unification, I feel. Balance brought back, unified love. And the Seven of Swords. So it tells me there's going to be some type of, they're going to feel betrayed about a lot of these things that have been going on. They're going to find these things out. And the Moon card. So there's going to be some things that they're going to have come up. There's going to be mystery. There's going to be some illusions. There's things that are going to be brought out that I feel are going to make people very anxious and very worrisome. And the Six of Wands. So yeah, there's going to be something publicly announced, recognized, brought out about the situation. But also it's going to tell me there's going to be success. Progress is going to be made with the situation that's been stalemated in that reality, in that dimension. So there's going to be progress. There's going to be victory. And the Four of Wands. So harmony, celebration, homecoming, family, joy, celebration. It's all going to start to work out in the world. So things are going to change for the world. Not just that dimension, but every dimension. And that there's going to be accomplishments. There's going to be fulfillment, wholeness brought. So I feel, I honestly feel that everybody is going to be moving up. I don't know, the 3D, 4D. I feel that there's different levels. I feel when it comes to this energetically that you'll separate from them in your own way, but I feel their consciousness will raise as well. And I honestly feel more of that as the longer I'm getting into this. I feel there's not going to be anyone left behind. God doesn't do that. So I feel like if there's going to be different levels of awakening, and I feel like the people that are going to be separating from your life, there's a reason, because you're ascending at a different time, or your energy isn't vibrating at their level. But I feel like God just doesn't leave people that don't want to be, that they're connected to God. That's what I mean. If you worship the devil and you do all these low frequency things, then you probably, that's where you're going to go. You're even lower than 3D at that point when it comes to energy. So that's what I want people to know. That it's all about energy fields. It's nothing to do with all of a sudden in 5D world, we're going to have, crazy things that the people in the 3D world. That's just energy vibrates at different levels. So we have to look at things differently. That's the point the spirit is telling me. You have to look at things from a different perspective than we have been looking at. I had it from. So it's just all about your energy fluctuates between. I feel even now in this 3D realm, your vibration goes up to above 5D at times. I feel, and it goes below 3D at times. It just really depends on your energy fields all the time. So I feel like there's something to that, but I feel like this is all going to kind of start to work itself out as I read here for you, DHP. So hopefully that resonated with you, and thank you for the super chat. Second question about father's estate. How will the proposal be coming to me, as in from the courts, lawyers, individuals? Okay, let's find out. That's an honest question. It was going to be coming. The proposal be coming as a courts, lawyers. It's the courts, please let me start. I feel it's going to be maybe somebody from your family that is going through this completion, and I feel like that's who's going to be the person to relay the message to you. And I get the Knight of Wands, so it's going to be someone's going to be inspired to do this. Energy is going to be transferred. They're telling me. I have the Four of Swords, so there's going to be some recuperation from whatever this is. You're lost. You're going to be recouped. They're telling me. It also tells me there's some renewal. There's some revaluation going. I have the Knight of Wands, so it tells me like they're gearing up for something. This is gearing up. We're almost at the end of this situation. I have the 10 of Pentacles, so it tells me the legacy of your father, the wealth, all these things are going to come to completion. They're completing these. They're almost done with it. And I have the Ace of Pentacles, so something is coming to you once again. I keep getting that, and it's something that's going to be manifested for you. But it also tells me the Five of Cups. There's worry and pessimism in your mind. With the Five of Cups, that's my cup is half empty. That tells me that I'm worried I'm not going to get what I'm supposed to get. I'm not going to have enough. That tells me there's pessimism in your thought process. But the Lover's card tells me things are going to come to balance from you, harmony. So I feel like a Lover's card that tells me someone from your family. I feel there's going to be a connection or some type of communication that's going to be brought to you, because the Ace of Swords tells me clarity is coming, victory. That tells me that there's going to be something to this communication with a sword as thoughts and words. So their communication about his death, the death card. So something is the King of Cups. So maybe a male energy I'm getting maybe will be the one to relay the message to you. And the Wheel of Fortune. So there's going to be a change. It's going to tell me when this comes to completion, they will be the one I feel to address you. So a turning point is coming. Have the faith. Lose the fear. All will be well. Hope that resonated with you, Daniel, and Damien. Sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Are there unresolved issues for past lives that are affecting me now? I get there is. I get the Six of Pentacles. So there's something there as far as exchanging of energy, sharing. It also tells me the Seven of Pentacles. So something that is long term, something that keeps persevering in your reality. I have the Emperor card. So it tells me, though, that They want you to focus on this. Focus on releasing this with your energy. Don't have to go back to the specific moment at the specific time that this happened at this time. In this lifetime, you don't. You have the power to release these things. So it tells me the Emperor card, focus on these things. Okay. Also tells me maybe that some discipline when it comes to this. I also feel like maybe some structure issues. Some of these things maybe in your lifetime now. I feel like there's something to that. You have to overcome these things. I have the Five of Wands. So it tells me there's some conflicts going on, disagreements, conflicts. So there's something conflicting with your energy, is what they're telling me. Four of Pentacles, something you're holding on to, something that you're holding on to. And they're telling me you're trying to conserve it. You're not wanting to let it go. That's what you're holding on to it. Only you can release it. Because I have the Knight of Swords. So it tells me you have to take the action to let it go. You have to take the action. And the Magician card tells me you have all the tools in your toolbox to make this happen. Tells me that you have the skill, you have the power, you have the authority by God to release these things. The Knight of Pentacles. Responsibility for it. You're responsible for this. That's what they're telling me. Also tells me there's some hard work that needs to be, you're going to be doing this. This is a routine of yours that you need to do. Release these things, sever these energy ties. It tells me a routine has to be developed, and it will take, and you're going to be very proficient at it. The Six of Swords, there's going to be moving out of troubled waters, transition for you. Tells me emotional baggage, things you need to let go of. So it tells me you have the tools, let them go. Let it go. So it's affecting you now because these things you're holding on, even though you say you're letting go about things, you're still holding on to them. Your energy is not letting it go because you have to release. Not what this tells you, it's what your soul and your heart, you got to release that. And you have to continue to work on it because that energy will stay around until you progressively build your energy to a point where that will no longer affect you. So it's it's a routine of yours. They're telling me you have to work through. So it tells me the Five of Cups, holding up my reading, pessimism, loss, fears, doubts. Those are things that continue to creep up in your mind. So you have the skill to do it. So there is a conflict. So it tells me some unresolved things that you just need to let go of, man. That's what they're telling me. She's holding on to it. She's holding on to it. Let it go. My ears are ringing right now. So telling me to tell you to let go of it. So let go of you. And you have to work on this every day of letting these things go. It has to be a routine of yours. So, and all will be well and your energy will start to change. So hope that resonated with you. Thank you for the super chat. What caused my fall and the loss of my wings? I'm going to get my angel deck. Let's see what they say. Okay, the Chariot. It was an achievement. It wasn't a fall. Then I got the Awakening. So this is Archangel Gabriel telling me this. And Archangel Metatron right now. So it was, look at things from a different perspective. Tell me it wasn't a fall. You accomplished something. So you moved on. It was part of your journey. The Five of Pentacles. So that tells me the wisdom, your wisdom, and tells me like this was to help. You wanted to feel what it was like to be helped from others and to feel these things. That's what they're telling me. I have the Page of Water. So it was for many energies to enter your life. It was new experiences, they're telling me. And I feel like this was a new phase for you. You accomplished things. It wasn't a fall. It was to you to progress. And this was a new phase for you. And it was to heighten your abilities. So you're going to grow. This is part of your growth. I have the Knight of Fire. So it tells me that you wanted to do this. You were inspired. You took the action. So this was something you signed up for. And I have the Six of Air. So that's like moving out of troubled water. It was a transition point for you. You accomplished things. You moved on in a new direction, they're telling me. And the Three of Pentacles, or Three of Earth. So as part of what you were building, this was a team thing. This is like you're working with other angels and other beings. Tells me this is something you did very good work. So they're telling me that you graduated to this, believe it or not, because you volunteered to want to come here and help build something. And then I had the King of Air. So I feel like there's victory, there's clarity, there's truth to the things that you're doing. And there's a purpose to this. It was because you're very disciplined. You wanted to come down here to experience the things. And the Queen of Water is holding up my deck. So you wanted to experience the love, the emotions, with the Queen of Cups. I mean, that's emotions. You wanted to feel this. You wanted to feel these things, and you wanted to help from this perspective down here. So you volunteered to come here. It wasn't a loss or a fall. It was something you accomplished. You moved on and you progressed in your journey. So I hope that resonated with you, Elle, and thank you for the super chat. Ooh. Chuck, Jason, the earthquake this morning in Western New York was caused by, good one. Let's find out. Western New York, huh? The earthquake that was caused. Earthquake this morning. That was in Western New York. What was that caused by? The natural or unnatural? Thank you. Ooh, card on the jump out. Okay, so this is something they've been fighting. This is to do with little ones, I feel. Because I got the Six of Cups. That's innocence, that's family, that's something nostalgic from the past. I had the Page of Wands after that. So I feel like it's to free these youngins with the Page of Wands. And it tells me like they were exploring. This is part of the exploration. They found things and they freed them. I have the Eight of Wands. So that tells me that they're moving quickly. So when they found this information out about this from the past, they moved on it quickly. And this is what they did. That's why you had this. So it tells me that it was to bring change quickly. And there was movement involved. Movement of the earth is what I'm getting. And the Hermit card, they used off-world technology. There was something along that because the Hermit card came out. So I feel like there was, it was something they contemplated for a long time about how to proceed with this situation to free them. And the Three of Wands, so it tells me they were successful. They made progress. It was to make progress, and it was to. I feel like there's something to this. It was to disrupt something that took its overseas as well, and it was to disconnect a pathway to somewhere overseas is what I got. And the Tower card, so it disrupted it. It was exactly what it was for. It was to disrupt. It was also to bring attention to the situation. People are like, what is this? So I feel like it's to bring chaos, and it definitely was to disrupt. And they were successful. Nine of Pentacles. So the fruits of their labor were successful. And this is something they worked on. And they were actually able to bring a lot of these youngins home. With the Four of Wands holding up my reading, there's celebration, joy, and homecoming that's going to come from this. So that's exactly what it was, Chuck. It's the light kicking ass and making names. So hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super chat. All right. How does Jesus feel about the man-made Jesus Christ story, and how does he receive the kneeling and the praising he gets from churchgoers? All right. I'm going to channel just Jesus. How do you feel about starting a body? Jesus Christ. Wow. Funny thing is, I got the Eight of Wands, so there's news. So the news that's coming towards us, when I ask about how does he feel about this man-made story of Jesus Christ, I have the Ace of Wands, so it tells me he's inspired by it. And the Justice card, because there's going to be truth and clarity that's going to come from this. There's going to be balance. So, and I have the Queen of Swords, so there's truth to a lot of this stuff. That not everything, but there is truth to a lot of what's being talked about with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like that's the Ten of Wands also tells me there's a lot of hard work that went into this, and there's a lot of burdens associated with this communication. Because I have the Five of Cups. So there's loss, there's grief also associated with the situation. So also tells me with the King of Cups, so tells me maybe finding some type of balance. I feel like that's what that when it's good information is put out, he's happy, he's telling me. But when it's not, he says there's a balance that you need to really like what resonates with your soul. And for this one, what I got about him and people kneeling, okay, I got the Page of Swords. So I feel like it's a way, maybe some gossip and innuendo that's been taught to people, like this is what you should do. Because I have the Queen of Wands, so people are determined. That's what they focus on. They focus on that. That's what they're telling me. And I have the Magician card, so it tells me like he wants you to stand and stand and praise God is what he's telling me. So with the Magician, that's a standing strong and very proud. So not kneeling. And I feel like this is something that's your willpower, I feel, is taken from you. That's what he's telling me. And I also have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's something that's a routine that people do. It's a routine. And I have the Six of Swords. So that tells me he wants he wants that to change. He wants that to change with the Six of Swords. He wants the kneeling to change. Because what I get out of that with the Three of Swords holding, it breaks his heart when he sees people kneel to him. He doesn't want people to kneel to him. He wants people to kneel to God. That's what he's telling me. And the Six of Pentacles, so it tells me there's some exchange of energy. So it tells me that that's what he wants people to do. There's going to be clarity coming for this situation, he's telling me. And then the Temperance card. So it tells me that all will be well. He's telling me there's a good spiritual omens. These things are going to, spirituality, these things are going to start to come out, is what he's telling me. So there's going to be a new purpose to people with the things that they do. He's telling me that they're going to find new ways of doing things. So hopefully that resonated with you. DHP Jr., thank you for the chat. See, my nose is itching. Every time, man, my nose, I start channeling, my nose itches. So what will the next 6 months look like for me? And thank you for your time. 6 months. 6 months as we know it. Okay. Use a thing for your assistance. Oh. Cards jumping all over the place, boy. There's a financial opportunity coming for you. I don't know what that is, but they're telling me there's something financial I feel coming towards you. And I also feel like you're learning new skills? Are you going to start to develop new things or new skills? They're telling me. I have the High Priestess card. So the skills that I feel maybe that there's some intuitive skills, intuitive knowledge, and things like that that you're growing, you're building, you're manifesting these things. Also with that Page of Pentacles, you have high morals, are telling me. So it tells me that there's going to be some, and you're very disciplined with the King of Swords. So it tells me you're a thinker, though. You think too much. You use your mind over your heart at times. But it also tells me that there's going to be some clarity. So if you've been having conflicts about things in your life, there's going to be clarity moving forward. The Sun card tells me some type of rebirth. So it's something new, maybe that you've been wanting to do or you've been contemplating. I feel that's coming. Success is coming. A rebirth. Joy is coming back into your life, is what they're telling me. Celebration is coming. Positivity, they're telling me, is coming, because I feel there's been a little bit of lack of that, is what they're telling me. I have the Hermit card, so it tells me that there's some introspection they want you to do. If you haven't been doing it, they want you to go inside and do a lot of introspection. It tells me things are being illuminated for you, okay? To look at things from a different perspective. They're also telling me that you're getting inner guidance. Once again, the intuitive messages, the inner guidance is going to start to flow. You have to go internal more. The King of Wands. So it tells me maybe, once again, I get financial. I don't know if you made investments or you're thinking about doing an investment in something. Tells me that that's going to be, it'll work out for you. Also tells me big picture. See the big picture. They're telling me you're to focus on what you want your next 6 months to be. It also tells me that you're going to overcome these challenges that you've had. That's what they're also telling me. The Knight of Wands comes out. So you're going to be on a new adventure. So I feel that you're going to, they also want you're going to take action. So I feel whatever the situation that you've been working, you're taking action, they're telling me. And it's going to be inspired action. You're going to be inspired to do what you're moving forward to do. The Queen of Pentacles. So, I mean, that's the Nine of Pentacles tells me the fruits of your labor, independence, financial abundance. That's what I feel moving forward. The rewards are coming for you, they're telling me. So I feel like that's something, and the Hangman. So you're learning things from a different perspective. Look at things from a different perspective. There's some awakening happening. There's some things you need to let go of. They're telling me a release needs to happen. This is part of your evolution. So things are going to evolve for you. You made a lot of sacrifices, they're telling me. Look at things from a new perspective and all will be well. The Star card. So remain hopeful. Stay calm. Balance is coming for you. A good omen. Spirituality. I keep seeing spirituality growing, okay? So the Five of Cups holding up my reading is loss, pessimism, doubts. That's what they're telling me. So it tells me that you need to let go of these doubts and these fears, and all will be well. And what you're manifesting, you're telling me you are manifesting something with that Page of Pentacles. You've been manifesting for some time from your past. So things are going to come to fruition for you. So stay positive, stay in the light, keep manifesting that. Introspection, release these things that no longer serve your purpose. So I hope they resonate with you, Barbarella, and thank you for the super chat. Right. Hi, Jason. Can you give me a general read for the coming week, please? Thanks for all you do. No worries. Thanks for showing up. Let's see. One card flew out of my deck. It's a Seven of Pentacles. So whatever has been going, your hard work, something you've been working on, they're telling me. And you also asked me about the next 7 days or week, that's 7 days. So that's funny. They gave you one Seven of Pentacles flew out of my deck. I have the Three of Pentacles next. So I feel you're going to be learning. I don't know if you're working with a team, you're going to be collaborating, I feel, within this next week. And I have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like maybe they want you to follow your heart. So I feel that that's something you've been following your heart. But also tells me maybe something proposal is coming towards you. Something is coming towards you, I feel. I don't know if it's going to be communication from someone, but I feel maybe something is coming towards you. And the Fool card. So this, whatever's being proposed to you, is going to take you on a new journey, a new path. It tells me that there's going to be an opportunity coming for you. And the Strength card. So to remain strong, remain courageous. It tells me also that you have great inner strength. Also tells me like focus. You have focus on what you've been doing. You're telling me it's coming to fruition for you with your great inner strength. Because I'm the Nine of Cups. Your wish comes true. Contentment tells me these things that you've been working towards, you're going to have the completion that you've been waiting for. So it tells me contentment, stability is coming for you as well. Okay. And the Two of Wands tells me, holding in my reading, that you're making progress. You've been making plans, I feel. You've been planning something. So it tells me this is kind of going to come to fruition moving forward for you. Four of Wands. So it tells me harmony, joy, celebration, homecoming of some sort, a community. Tells me there's going to be celebration when it comes to that. So those beautiful cards within the next week tells me that things are, if you've been having stalemates or something you've been contemplating, it's coming for you in a good way. And I feel like you're going to get some completion to this scenario. So hope that resonated with you, Sherry, and thank you for the super chat. Hi, Jason. A general reading for my dad, please. He has surgery at the end of the month. No worries, Chuck. I like the number too. I got the King of Wands, so he's going to overcome this challenge, okay? That's what it's telling me. Then I have the King of Cups, so there's going to be balance brought back to him with this situation. And the Ace of Wands, so it tells me success. Also tells me like this is going to put him in a new beginning. So he's going to complete something, and it's going to be a new beginning. And the Nine of Pentacles, so it's going to help. The fruits of their labor are going to be very good for him. Also tells me rewarding. Something's being rewarded for it. The Hangman, so it may be delayed a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to be delayed like a long time, but it may be delayed. It's a possibility, just so he's prepared. But it also tells me there's going to be this is going to bring a new beginning. They're going to release something. I don't know what surgery this is, but they're going to release something with the Hangman. And the Star card tells me renewal, rejuvenation. And so after this, he's going to kind of heal. There's going to be some balance, good fortune, good omen. Remain hopeful, remain calm, they're telling me. And the Justice card holding in my reading, Chuck, tells me everything is going to come to balance, okay? Everything's going to work out for the betterment for your dad, okay? So tells me maybe there may be a slight delay, not a guarantee, but there's a possibility it could be delayed. Maybe it could be hours, could be a day, a couple of days, who knows? But I feel maybe there could be a delay possibly moving forward, but it's going to work out for his surgery and everything for him. So keep the faith. All will be well, Chuck. Hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super chat. Hi, Jason. Sending you love and want you to know how much I appreciate what you do. I feel there's an important message for me and would love to know just what it is. All right, Sally, let's find out. I got the Queen of Swords, so there's going to be a direct communication. It tells me mental clarity. It tells me like clear-mindedness or clear-minded is coming, and your perception is going to change. I have the 10 of Wands, so it tells me you're a hard worker. Also tells me there's a lot on your plate right now. Maybe you have something that's been burdening you. That's going to come to completion. The Three of Cups. So there's going to be celebration, community, your family life, your friendships. There's going to be celebration. The 10 of Cups. So it tells me you're divinely loved. It tells me harmony, your family, your people you are close to. They're going to be loved. Fulfillment. Okay, that's what it tells me. Happiness. I have the Five of Cups though, so it tells me there's some pessimism going on. There's some fears. Maybe there's some regrets about some things that you've done or have been associated with. I have the Knight of Wands, so tells me though that they want you to remain fearless. Okay, be inspired, take that inspired action, and fight for the things. Be fearless for the things that you believe. Justice card tells me like this is everything you do is cause and effect. So everything that your energy exchange, but once again, tells me there's balance coming. It also tells me things are going to work out. Truth and clarity is coming, and fairness and justice. King of Swords, I mean, excuse me, King of Wands. So it tells me overcoming things. Tells me see the bigger picture. Also tells me like you're focused. Remain focused on things. Your career, your family, they want you to remain focused. I have the King of Cups. So also work on trying to remain emotionally balanced. That's what they're telling me. I also tell them to be very diplomatic in what you do. Maybe at times that we don't do that as much. And I have control. I feel like you're controlling things. You're going to start to control things a little bit better if they've been a little out of control for you. And the Queen of Cups, they want you to nurture yourself. You're going through a healing process right now, they're telling me. Okay? You're going to have some emotional stability and balance brought back. They want you to, intuitively, you're growing, they're telling me. Start to care for that and care for yourself. The world, so there's accomplishment. So I feel like moving forward, you're going to take a trip. Once again, I also feel there's a lot of accomplishments coming, attainment, fulfillment, wholeness, completion of these cycles, I feel. And the Four of Wands holding up my reading tells me joy, celebration, homecomings. It tells me that there's joy coming back to your life. If you haven't already, it tells me that that's coming for you. So tells me just stay in the light. Once again, that's a common theme. Tells me there's beautiful cards that they showed me and beautiful things that are coming for you, and to go ahead and just let go of these doubts, let go of this pessimism if you have any. You're growing as part of it. Intuitively, you're being led to where you need to be. So hope that resonated with you, Sally, and thank you for the super chat. Why is Cancer the only zodiac sign used to describe both a zodiac sign and a disease? Is it to contain the energy in Cancer? That's a brilliant question. Why is Cancer the only zodiac sign used to describe both the zodiac sign and a disease? Is it to contain the energy in Cancer? Three of Wands, yes. Yep. It's to contain the expansion, is what they're telling me. The Hierophant. So institutions, groups of people, religious society, some type of society, secret society people. That's who's been holding this kind of back. That's who developed this. And I had the Six of Cups. So something that was developed a long time ago, they're telling me. Because they took the innocence out of the zodiac and twisted it. Because I have the Page of Wands. So it tells me discovering this was an idea of theirs. And I feel like it was it's something to do with freedom and trapping, is what I'm getting. I have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, it was a creative way. And it has to do with spirituality. It contains your spirituality, is what I'm getting. And the Wheel of Fortune. So, yeah. So it tells me to change things, ups and downs, to change the cycle of something is what I'm getting. Change. It's inevitable. It was change. That's exactly what they did. And it was unpredictable. The energy is unpredictable. It's just like Cancer is. And I have the Ten of Wands. It's been a lot of hard work and a lot of burden for them to try to do that, to try to keep it the way it's done. But that's come to completion with the Ten of Wands. So that's going to change. These things are releasing. So absolutely. That's an interesting question. And that's I hope that resonated with the DHP. And thank you for the super chat. Interesting. Super sticker. Thank you, Cecilia, for the super sticker. Much love. YouTube didn't notify me of tonight's show. Well, YouTube's been stealing viewers from me. And by the way, YouTube, so you know, whoever watches this and the algorithm, I'm going to send you a nice presentment that's with my fees for you interrupting my commerce and contracts and commerce, as well as my freedom of assembly. So just expect that, whoever's listening, or the algorithm AI that's listening and doing the words for this, I'm going to bill you. So because you're interfering with my commerce. So thank you for that. I really want to appreciate that. It's going to make me a very, very wealthy man. So thank you. Much love. All right. So Celia. All righty. Who is this tarot destroyer? Is this a real person? Because I have no problem squashing you if you're not. I promise you that. Because the stuff that the way you type in here makes me automatically think you're a bot or somebody coming in here to cause issues. So the fact that your name is called Tarot Destroyer, this is probably the wrong channel for you to come in here. So I don't know who this person is. So keep an eye on them. Whoever this person, this Tarot Destroyer is, if you're in this chat and you're of the light, keep an eye on that person. Anyone who comes in here and starts to try to do, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but if that just looks suspicious to me, and I don't see this person very often. So it could be an infiltrator, is what I'm telling people. So because they have those little FBI, CIA goons that do nothing but drool on themselves all day. Same thing with the DOJ and all the other 3 and 4 letter agencies that are worthless, like hits on a boar. And Joe, when is the best time this year or next to visit my Vax brothers family in Maryland? I am in UK, not Vax, but want a holiday, not pressure. I gotcha. When is the best time this year or next to visit his Vax brothers family in Maryland? This year or next year? This year. I feel this year is the best time. I have the Justice card. So I feel as you move along, I was saying maybe toward the later part of the year into the summer. I'm getting late summer for where we are in the United States is what I'm getting. And I feel like maybe in the next 3 or 4 months is the time for you to go visit. And I feel like you're going to have justice for that. So it tells me with the death card, there's going to be a transformation that happens. So then somebody's going to come to an end. There's going to be a metamorphosis and a new beginning for this with the King of Cups. So there's going to be some type of nurturing, healing. So something is going to come that's going to bring some balance. In the 3 of Pentacles. So there's going to be collaboration between you guys. And it tells me, not saying that you're going to help, but you're building something. You're going to start building this relationship. Is what they're telling me. I also asked if you were going to move or do next year in 2024, and I get that that's not going to happen. You're going to do it this year. So I feel like there's going to be some change this year that's going to change some things. And it tells me the 10 of Pentacles, the legacy, the family, the fulfillment, it's going to be okay. So it tells me that this year is probably better. I would say probably, like I said, next 3 to 4 months. Is the time to start to really plan that and for your trip, and I feel all will be well. So, they resonate with you, Joe. Thank you for super chat, Kathy. My granddaughter, age 24, has distanced herself from me and does not want anything to do with me. It is very hurtful. Can you please look at this? All right. Kathy, this granddaughter is Kathy. Where's she at? The Chariot card. So I feel there's going to be change that's coming for this, but I also feel it's her way of maintaining control. She's very a controlling type of personality I'm getting. I also feel you're kind of that way. So I also feel like there's going to be some departure, a new direction that's changed in the past. I have the Eight of Pentacles, so it tells me something is there. That I don't know if she's at school or something along, or she's building something. Something is, I don't know, work or whatever she's doing. I feel like there's something that she does that's caused her to pull away. I have with other things that she's got going on because I have the Five of Pentacles, so it tells me there was a loss. She's isolating herself. I also feel like there's insecurities or worries for some reason. I have the Two of Wands, so it tells me that there's going to be some travel plans. So there's going to be something planned. There's progress going to be made, okay, moving forward, you're telling me. And I feel like soon you're going to start to see some progress made towards that. And the Page of Pentacles tells me that there's going to be something developed, something tangible. The development is something's going to develop. I feel it's going to change. The Ten of Wands. So it's because she's burdened. Something's going on. She's being burdened by the situation. That's going to come to completion with that Ten of Wands. I don't know if she's a hard worker. There's a lot of things. Maybe she's distanced herself. Something to do. Maybe it's. I feel like it's burdening her. It has a lot on her plate. But once again, I have the Three of Wands that tells me progress. A trip is coming in the future. It tells me this is growing. This is evolving. The world travel again. So they're going to come. This is going to come to completion. There's going to be wholeness again moving forward. There's going to be fulfillment. Seven of Swords. So this is a strategy. I feel like almost like feeling betrayed. It's like it's a betrayal. She feels betrayed in some way, is what I'm getting. And I have the Three of Pentacles or Three of Cups. So it tells me there's going to be celebration again. There's going to be celebration again. So it tells me happiness, community, homecoming, family. It's coming. And then the Ten of Cups. So this is going to come to fulfillment. There's going to be happiness in your family life. There's going to be everything is going to move forward. There's going to be love and harmony again. I also have the Ten of Pentacles holding in my reading. So that means the legacy is going to be fulfilled. It's going to be complete. And things are going to start to click into place. So it's a temporary. I feel this with the Five of Pentacles. This is a temporary loss. But things are going to change, okay? I feel like there's something that's insecurities. There's a lot of things that are going on, I feel, in her that's she's kind of dealing with as well. So I feel like maybe she feels maybe she's been betrayed. Something along that line is what she's kind of the feeling. And she's very strong-minded and strong-willed is what I'm getting. So hope that resonated with you, Kathy. I'm telling you, she's coming. She's going to come back. You'll see. Just stay the light, and all will be well. So, hope that resonated with you, Kathy. Thank you for the super chat. All right. Irene, I'm sure there's a question that's down here. Let me see. Will my sister's probate case be over with that I've been a personal representative for over 2 years? Will it be over soon? Let's find out. Will your sister's probate case be over soon? So things are being reevaluated. I feel that with the Four of Cups. I feel the Tower card is coming, so there's going to be some type of change, a sudden change, I feel. And the Ten of Pentacles tells me there's going to be fulfillment for the family. The Ten of Pentacles. That's a legacy card. There's going to be some type of long-term success from this. The Chariot card. So things are going to start to pick up speed. So they're coming towards you. So there's going to be news coming towards you, departing the old and moving forward in a new direction, they're telling me. Action is going to be taken and progress is going to be made. And the Lover's card. So joy, fulfillment, happiness, balance. They're telling me balance within your family. There's going to be energies are going to be in alignment. And the Queen of Swords. So there's going to be a direct communication about your sister's case. It's going to be directly communicated. There's going to be truths about it. It's going to be looked at from a different perspective. So the communication is going to be brought is going to bring a new perspective to things, is what I'm getting. The Five of Swords. So it tells me some disagreements, some conflicts, some things that have been going on. The Two of Swords, things that have been stalemated. But things are going to pick up speed. So it tells me, like with the Knight of Swords, action is being taken. It's going to continue to move forward. Defending beliefs is what I keep getting. I get Two of Pentacles, so they're weighing some decisions. There's some time management issues. So I feel like things over time, they're balanced and these decisions are being made. The Four of Pentacles. So this has been held on to for some time. This is an investment. This is something that's been going on for a while. Conservatorship. I don't know if there's conservatorship involved. But I have the Ten of Swords. So a painful ending, deception. This is what this is regarding. It's going to come to an end, is what I'm getting. And the Star card. So rejuvenation, hope, calm, a good omen. So it tells me things are going to move forward. And Three of Cups tells me celebration in your family is coming. So that tells me things are going to work out for you that have been stalemated. It tells me this is coming to an end. This is going to collapse on itself. That whatever the situation is going to be defeated, and it's going to be coming to an end. So this has been drug out, I feel, for money purposes. I keep getting money purposes. So I don't know if that's something that resonates with you, Irene, but I feel this has been, I don't know if it's conservatorship or money. There's something regarding money in this situation that I keep feeling. So hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super chat. Hey, what do you know? Only 2 hours in and I'm done with the readings? Awesome. Good stuff. Good. I could talk to you guys for a moment now. I just read some of this. So I'd like to go through and read some of these. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. I don't mind helping people. So, did you guys ever figure out who this tarot destroyer person was? So, who is that tarot destroyer? Because that person doesn't pop in very often. Even when I look at these, I read every comment after the show so people know in case I missed something. No conservatorship? Okay. So, it has to do something with your, so it's to do with money then. That's what I'm getting. That's why it's taking so long. But that's going to change. So, yeah. A big fat bot. Exactly. Good job, Ocean. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, we can't have these people coming in because these people, just because they have a clever name, just they look like a bot to me. And you guys know the energy right away. I mean, if that person doesn't seem like they're honestly, I'm not trying to kick people out, but honestly, I got to this point today in the last few days where I told you guys on our roundtable and even in my last reading show that I had the other day, it's time to cut people out of your life that are bringing you down. And that's a true story. And I'm going to share something very, very, very personal with you guys. I'm cutting my own spiritual teacher out of my life. So I'm going to tell you that honestly, not anything she did that was bad, anything like that, but it's time. Spirit told me it's time for energies to go separate ways. So I feel I've outgrowing her. I've outgrown her at this point, not from an arrogant standpoint, just our energies just aren't flowing the way that I thought they were. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I mean, even that's honestly, it's not like she was doing anything bad to me. It's just my energy goes down when she's around, and I don't like the feeling of it, and I'm cutting people out of my life that do that to my life and do that to my energy. Once you're high vibe, and then you'll feel it. It feels like crap. I woke up today again and I felt good, and then I got into the public and my energy just felt like blah, like what the heck is going on? But then I refocused myself. When I was sitting there, while my wife was getting her eyes checked, I was sitting there, my eyes closed, and I was connecting to spirit. I saw all the beautiful colors that I usually see. I saw red, I saw an orange, I saw a green, I saw a purple, and I saw beautiful, beautiful indigo blue. And I feel like that was, and I opened my eyes and I felt so calm when I felt down at the time, just for a short little period. I felt like my energy doesn't feel good. I feel like I'm kind of blah. So I started to raise my own vibration by connecting to God. So that's why I want people to know. I mean, this is something like, even when I talked to my wife today, I'm like, I had this conversation, like Spirit's telling me this is what I have to do, even if it's difficult for people to hear sometimes, or what the situation is. And that's a conversation that I'm going to have with her. And it's just, I need to cut these things out of my life, man. You know, we need to resonate with people that bring your energy up, or very high vibe. You know, people you feel, if you feel your energy changes for the worse when you're around somebody, then there's a reason for that. That means that your energy is saying, hey, no, I got to put a block up, you know? So that's why I want people to know, you know, there's sometimes we have to make decisions, even if it's people that you love or people you care for. I absolutely care for my spiritual teacher. She's brought me along. She helped me kind of springboard me into this stuff. And that's a true story. I owe a lot to what she taught me years ago, you know, and this is just kind of my evolution at this time. And sometimes we outgrow with people, you know, it's like, this is part of, like, when we talk about previous past lives and things like that, is we've accomplished what we needed to, and then we've moved into a new direction. This is the same thing in this lifetime. People can come into your life at different times and come back into your life, or they may come into your life right away and separate. That's just how things work energetically, you know? So that's why I want everyone to know, is what I say, or right, exactly. That's what I want people to know. This is all about your energetic exchange. We talk about this as a common theme from Spirit, is whatever you put out is what you receive. So if you're high vibe, you're going to put high vibe out. You're going to attract high vibe, but other energies are going to want to come around and pull that energy down. And I mean, that's just something that you're going to have to constantly just be really, really diligent about. My wife said the same thing today about her energies. She's like, I feel the energies in here. My wife's been really connecting with energies so much. She's so strong when it comes to that. Way different abilities than I have, but she's very, very gifted when it comes to a lot of things. So she feels things very empathically. I mean, she's very, very in tune with energy. And she's a Pisces, though, so that's what they do. So, but you know, when it comes down to it, it's funny because she's a Pisces and I'm a double Sagittarius. So fire and water. They usually say that's not supposed to mix, but they say if you can get past your differences, beautiful things happen. Very, very much balanced. I always say she cools my fire and I boil her water, is what I kind of mentioned with that. So, but yeah, I mean, it comes down to where she feels differently than I do. But with her energy, she's like, I'm going to start telling you more, which is awesome, about some of these things, because things are starting to click for her now as well. So I feel like we need to cut things out of our lives that are bad. I mean, or bring your energy down. And I hope that you'll get to the point where you'll start to feel these things. There's nothing wrong with moving something in a different direction. You know, that's what I'm saying, is just do it with love and good intention and send it away. Doesn't mean you have to say, you know what, I don't like you, I can't stand you, whatever the situation is, and just call it quits. You know, whatever the situation is, that person was in your life for a reason. You've learned something from them, even if it's brief. You learn something about yourself. So I feel like that's something that's a big thing that I want to tell people about, is This is time for spring is coming. And what do we do in the spring? We spring clean. We spring clean, do we not? Oh, we got to clean things up so we can open up the windows and the doors again from spring. And we're cleaning things. So that's the same scenario as I feel when it comes to this is the same way. We're spring cleaning our spirit. We're spring cleaning the energies around us in our environments. That's what I feel is what we're doing. Because our spring cleaning, we remove clutter so our seeds can bloom and grow. So we have to remove the clutter out of the way. Whatever that looks like for you energetically, you'll know. And it's time. If you've had those doubts, like, oh, I want to say something to this person, but I'm afraid to hurt their feelings, that's this getting in the way. You can do things very, very constructive without belittling somebody or telling somebody something if you need to cut somebody out of your life. It's just how you do it. It's your intention. So it doesn't have to be an angry intention. Some people may not want to hear what you tell them, but if that's what you're led to do, you say those things. So that's what I had to do today. I'm like, you know what? If there's some of these difficult conversations I'm going to have with my teacher that I know is coming, is that's something I had to work through. And then I was like, you know what? At first, like, well, how should I say this? And then I got to the point where then I started second guessing my own, what Spirit told me to do. I just said, you know what? I'm just going to lay it out. Whatever I get, the most truth. That way, its energy is exchanged with pure truth. Nothing is hidden. Nothing that can come back. It is what it is. So that's what I feel like. That was a big eye opener for me. That was Spirit's way, without talking to me, telling me this is a difficult decision. These difficult things you need to do. You just need to do them, and don't you say what comes to you, what resonates with you. You say it. That's why you need to say those things. And that is a huge thing when it comes to just releasing that. That's the doubts and the fears of how someone's going to react. What's this going to look like for me moving forward? That's fear and that's doubt. So that just tells me, that told me today, another teaching moment from God. You have the tools. Don't be afraid. If it's good intention and you say the things that you're going to know what to say. And if that their energy is separating anyway. So if they choose to separate angrily, that's on them, not you. If they choose to separate with, calmness and move along without issue, that's also their decision, not yours. That's what I want people to know. So it's all good. I'm going to jump out my soapbox now. I know a lot of us have been, a lot of energy has been exchanged the last few days, man. There's been a lot of heavy energy in the universe lately, a lot. So I can feel a lot of it. I know a lot of you have as well. I know, like, the full moon just happened and so on and so forth. But I feel like energetically, like there's a lot of major battles that have been going on here recently, because the other day I just felt so out of whack. I felt like I was in between worlds at that time. So I want you guys to know, every day, focus on your energy. Spirit telling me we all have the tools. You don't need to, in the name of anybody, just ask God directly. That's the thing. There's no middleman in between. You don't have to ask God for something with a person in between. That's the same thing with organized religion. You're putting the priest in front of God. You need to talk to God through the priest or the minister or pastor or whatever other religion that you want to talk about. That's exactly, there's putting a middleman in between there. So they're telling me that your connection to God is lower than the person that's in between you. That's what the Jesus message was. He loves when things are talked about that are truthful and out of love and those things. But he also knows that there's a lot of burden. There's a lot of things that go on with this situation that comes with it, the truths and all these things that go along. So that's what Jesus is saying. He loves when the good stuff is put, but when people they're manipulating things, that's the part he doesn't. And he doesn't want people kneeling. He said, only person you kneel, or only being you kneel to, is God, the creator of all. That's the only one, not to him, not to, he's telling me this. Doesn't like it. Because what he's telling me is you're taking your power away by kneeling. With God, God is the ultimate. So that's a humbleness for you and God. So Hope that kind of resonated with you. And thank you once again, Cecilia, for another super chat. Awesome. Yeah, guys, like I said, it's not long shows. Like I've been 3 hours, 3.5 hours. It's long for me, and my brain gets all rattled. So it takes me a couple of days to even recover from these 2-hour shows, from all the guides I work with and all these other things. So it's funny because the last few times I want to do a show, I get motivated to do a show earlier than daytime. And then when I get closer to the show, it's almost like the universe or some of these energies around me that always like to hang out, good or bad, is trying to keep me away from coming on to do these shows sometimes. But I actually do. I feel better after my shows because I know I connect a lot with God and my angels and the guides, and as well as your energies are all good. So that's why we need to keep this chat high and keep it high vibe and as much as you can. So stay the course, guys. Recall your energy every day with good intentions and healing, and send away the energies that you've taken without you knowing it and that were or have been given to you. Send them away also with light and love and healing and forgiveness. Because you may be pulling someone's energy that they have something attached to them, like a bad memory, a bad experience. That energy may exchange with you. You send it away, then you send it away with healing and light and love and forgiveness. That way your energy is exchanging to help heal this person in ways you don't understand. We are helping each other by our intentions. So, but yeah, absolutely, guys. So I'll see you guys all on, what's today? Monday, Thursday. That's the plan as of now, in case something comes up, but definitely Thursday for a lot of you guys. So like I said, it's time to do some spring cleaning. That's what the military was doing with the earthquake. They're doing some cleaning. So they're spring cleaning. We need to spring clean inside and out. Our spirit, our mind, and then our body. Everything is translated. That spring cleaning starts inside and works its way out. So, but thank you guys. Like I said, I want you guys to know that you guys have the strength, you have the power. Remember that you're special, you're divine. And I thank you guys all for your support and love. Always, I'm sending you guys all light, love, and dragons as usual. And thank you guys for tuning in, and for all the people who are listening or watch this video at a later date. Sending you guys all love as well. Soldier of Light, out.